That is insane, folks. 35 trillion accounting black hole. What could I do with 35 trillion? Well, I could tear down all the major cities and rebuild them with ultra modern cities like the Jetsons or like Blade Runner or, whatever your futuristic movie trope is at the moment. Um, wow. Then, of course, there's my modern day maglev train system, high speed train system, which we desperately need in this country. Obviously, it wouldn't require no 35 trillion. Folks, with that kind of money, uh, screw making America great again. I would make America fucking awesome again. America would be awesome. 35 trillion. You give me 35 trillion, I'll make America awesome. I'll make America the greatest place on earth with 35 trillion. And these guys, and like it said, 30 trillion in 2018, 35 trillion in 2019. Holy fuck, what is it today? What is it 2023? I shudder to think. I shudder to think what it is in 2023 because it keeps getting bigger. It was 30 trillion in 2018. It was 35 trillion in 2019. This is dated 2020. Apparently the 2020 hadn't come out yet. And this is now 2023. God help us. It's probably $50 trillion. Well, my God, I could renovate the entire United States and possibly Hawaii and Alaska as well. Or Alaska and Puerto Rico, I mean. My God. 50 trillion? I think I could do a lot with 50 trillion. What do you think? Think I might be able to make America literally the greatest place on earth? Yeah, with 35 trillion I could. Give me 35 trillion and everyone will have a really nice place to live. They got to maintain it though, which means no punching holes in the walls, men. Which means no throwing shit, ladies. Holes in the walls tend to get expensive. Anyway, one little pet peeves of mine. Anyway, the point is, Jesus H. Christ on a pogo stick, 35 trillion fucking accounting error, and 30 trillion but 35 trillion in 2019, 30 trillion in 2018. So it keeps going up. Okay, so 2019 was 35. So 2020 would be 40. 2021 would be 45, and 2022 would be 50, and 2023 therefore would be 55 if the pattern continues. $55 trillion unaccounted for. Holy shit. Holy shit, man. I think I found it. I think I found why the country's going to shit. I think I found it. Holy shit. 55 trillion? That's what? That's almost double our national debt. I don't know what to say. What do you say to something like that? I mean, Elmer Fudd could probably manage things better. New rule. Never ever bitch at me about finances ever again. Because there's no way in hell I could be this shitty managing my funds as the Pentagon is. No fucking way. Folks, imagine a futuristic city in every state, at least one. Modern maglev high-speed rail connecting all the cities together. And the maglev's way up here, so you don't have to worry about, having to wait for trains anymore. You don't have to worry about spills because the train literally wraps around the track. And so it can't derail. The only way a maglev train could derail is if there was like a major earthquake or some shit like that. And even then it might not shake off because it's held on with magnets, right? And I'm sure when they build the sumbitch, they'll build it so that, it'll be earthquake proof. But yeah, 35 trillion. 30 trillion in 2018, 35 trillion in 2019, So if we continue the trend, it would be 40 in 2020, 45 in 2021, 50 in 2022, and 55 in 2023. Just for shits and giggles, I'm going to Google how much would a futuristic city like the Jetsons cost. Okay, interesting. Creating a futuristic city akin to the whimsical world of the Jetsons would indeed be an ambitious endeavor. While present costs can vary significantly based on factors like location, technology, and scale, let's explore some intriguing aspects of such a city. All right, Freedom City's proposal by Donald Trump. Former President Donald Trump proposed building up to 10 new Freedom Cities on federal land. These cities would have futuristic elements, including flying cars and innovative urban planning. Trump envisioned these cities as a quantum leap in the American standard of living. While the exact cost remains unspecified, it is suggested only a fraction of federal land would be needed for this ambitious program. Oh, well, good. That's good. The Jetsons inspired vision. In the classic cartoon series The Jetsons, we see a utopian future with flying cars, automated homes, and advanced technology. While the show is fictional, it has inspired real-world discussions about urban development. Imagine vertical takeoff and landing vehicles. These flying cars would revolutionize transportation, allowing people to commute efficiently in crowded cities. Cost consideration, infrastructure, developing advanced infrastructure, including VTOL landing pads, smart grids, and efficient waste management would require substantial investment. All right, can I get a number? Okay, all right. Now here we go. Cost estimates. Finally, the city of Dubai has embraced a futuristic architecture. Yes, they have, which is just amazing. Um, while specific figures, God, I can't talk this morning, for a Jetsons-like city are elusive. Consider that Dubai's Burj Khalifa, the tallest building globally, cost approximately $1.5 billion to construct. In summary, creating a Jetsons-inspired city would be a grand undertaking, combining visionary design, technology, innovation, and substantial financial commitment. While we can't pinpoint an exact cost, the dream of such a city continues to inspire imaginations and discussions about our future. Okay, now up here, it says 5 cities moving towards a Jetson-like future. Really? I was not aware of this. Let's find out, shall we? All right, 5 cities moving towards a Jetsons-like future. Thanks to inexpensive computing, sensors, robotics, big data, and cellular connectivity, cities are increasingly going high-tech. All right, so basically, one skyscraper in Dubai was $1.5 million. Okay, so we need several skyscrapers. So we figure, I don't know what we need. Say maybe 50 billion, 50 billion in skyscrapers, and maybe another 5 to 10 in other infrastructure. So I don't know if we can squeak out a city for maybe 100 billion. All right, we're talking about 35 trillion. Remember, okay, so 100 billion isn't as much as it seems. Okay, so I'm not saying we could do them all, but we might be able to completely renovate every major city in the United States, a good portion of them at least. 35 trillion, yeah. If let's say 100 billion to renovate the city of New York. Of course, city of New York's fucking huge, but still. I don't know. I'm spitballing here, obviously. But it would be interesting. It'd be interesting to see. You give me the money, and I'll tell you what, man. I could really make something. I could really make something nice out of it, man. Absolutely. I just tell them, hey man, instead of blowing the 35 trillion, why don't you just give it to me? Let me fucking make America great again. Let me make America beautiful again. Beautiful. Can you, folks? You have no idea how beautiful I can make this country with 35 billion or trillion, $35 trillion, man. My God, that's crazy. But I tell you what, folks. Honestly, I mean, I would absolutely do it. Obama would pocket the money for himself and keep it for himself. No, actually, I wouldn't. No, actually, I wouldn't. I mean, we got a whole shitload of vets out there that don't even have a place to live. Okay. There's so many ways, folks. There's so many ways to just make America so fucking awesome. And it wouldn't take much effort. It really wouldn't take much effort. That's the thing. But it would, I mean, 35 trillion a year. Holy shit! I mean, I can't even grasp that kind of money. Number one. Number two, I mean, like I said, 100 billion for a new city. 200. Let's say 200 billion. Let's splurge. 200 billion for a new city. Okay. Let me see. I'm gonna whip out a calculator here. Excuse me. 35. How many zeros is trillion? Let's see. Thousand, million, billion, trillion. Okay, four sets of 3 zeros. Wow, holy shit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, thousand, million, billion, trillion. Okay, 35 trillion. 35 trillion divided by 200. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Thousand, million. 1, 2, 3. Billion. Okay, 200 billion. Thousand, million, billion. Okay. All right. Equals 175. Okay. So if we say that a modern day city of the future costs 200 billion, I can build 175 uber ultra modern futuristic cities here in the United States. 175. But it doesn't end there because this 35 billions every year, right? Okay, so I can build 175 cities every year, give or take. And that would pretty much cover most of the major cities in the continental United States. Here in Kentucky, we have 2 major cities, Lexington and Louisville. But yeah, man, 175 cities, folks, with 35 trillion. 175 ultra modern cities, okay? The best of the best of the best. $200 billion per city. Yeah, man, it's going to have the best that money can buy. I mean, move aside George Jetson. I mean, this is going to be better than George Jetson. That's incredible. And that's also an incredible waste of our money. 35 trillion every year. Oh, man. Wow. I don't know what to say. So yeah, anybody that's ever doubted my ability to manage finances, yeah, I don't hold a candle to the Pentagon. Just one department in the audit, of which there are hundreds of departments, but just one department was 3.8 trillion, as I told you earlier. 3.8 trillion, just one department. Fuck, man. Fuck. Why can't? But give me the money. I can make it work. I can make this shit work. Just the 3.8 trillion out of that one department. I can build that modern day maglev train system I want. I can build it. Pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I can build it. Not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure. I can at least get a good start on it. Man, oh man. 3.8 trillion per department. And there's hundreds of departments. And the total coming to what, 35 trillion, well, it was 30.8 trillion in 2018. Then it was 4 trillion, 35.4 trillion in 2019. And like I said, if we continue the trend, it would be 40.2% in 2020. And it would be 45 in 2021, 50 in 22, and then 55 in 23. Great Scott, man. Great Scott. And yes, I'm not stupid. I mean, I realize we're talking about, one fucking, what is the cost of an F-35? Let me Google that real quick. So that I got my numbers right, because the trolls will try to make a heyday out of these damn numbers. Okay, fuck me. Okay, wow. All right. One F-35 Lightning II Joint Strike Fighter is $1.7 trillion, according to two sources. Holy shit. I thought it was in the billions. I was wrong. 1.7 trillion. Holy shit. Okay, well, damn. I guess 35 trillion isn't, losing 35 trillion ain't that much. I mean, if each one costs $1 trillion, that's just 35 planes right there, gone. Are you listening? So if they lose 35 aircraft, they've lost $35 trillion right there. Boom, gone. Damn. 1.7 trillion per airplane. I thought they were billions, not trillions. Damn. The high cost of low living. Son of a bitch. I can buy a small city for the cost of that aircraft. Not even joking. I could buy an entire city for the cost of one of those aircraft. 1.7 trillion? Yeah, fuck yeah, I can buy the whole damn city. Small one, it's a small city, but, still. Great Scott, that's insane.